What's going on, everybody? Broken Games HDR back at it again with another video. So the 2025 Game Awards went down last night, and I apologize. I was not able to live stream it because, that's something I pretty much do every year. Always love to live stream the awards and give y'all my reaction in real time with the chat. But, parenting, adulting, all that good stuff, just the timing didn't work out. So in this video, I'm going to give you my recap with the winners for each categories, and I caught some of the award show, but not all of it. And there was a bunch of trailers that I actually did not get to see. I saw most of the gaming announcements, but I didn't get to see the actual trailers. So I'm going to watch a bunch of the trailers in real time for the first time in this video. Um, and I'm also going to speak about, obviously what had the internet melting down last night, which was Expedition 33, uh, pretty much sweeping the award show and sending people into a tizzy. People were having a conniption. The internet last night reached I can't even say a new level of stupid. They returned to that level of stupid because some of the takes and some of the things I have been seeing people say, what the biggest difference, and I'm going to get to this later. The biggest difference between I want to say gaming takes now and like gaming takes from before is when you say something stupid now, like objectively stupid, that makes no sense, you got clowned for it back then. You got shamed for it. And everybody made fun of you for it. Now, if you say something that is objectively stupid on the internet, that is just a flat out dumb gaming take, you actually have enough dumb people to like back you up to even though there is a lot of people calling them out and saying like, yo, you're an idiot. There's just not enough. They feel emboldened because, hey, this is an idiotic take, but I have enough people backing me up where they don't feel like complete idiots. We got to get back to making people feel like complete idiots and morons. That's the problem. That's the difference between now and then is we shamed and we clowned people before. But let's get to the game. Let's get to the Game Awards. I'm going to start out with the winners, and like I said, I'm going to get to the trailers. Really wish I would have been able to just live stream this yesterday because it's different watching the awards than you know seeing what won and seeing the trailers because I can't get a vibe for the pace of the show because it's like unnecessarily 3 hours, and I'm sure there was a whole bunch of things in between winners and and game reveals and all that stuff, so I can't necessarily talk about that part of it. All right, so here are the winners. I have a few tabs open. Um, this is the game winners because some of these sites they be missing some details. I'm pretty sure this is a comprehensive list of the winners, but some of them be missing like trailers and announcements. So I got a few tabs open for that. All right, winners. Best family game, Donkey Kong Bonanza. A Nintendo game is pretty much the de facto winner for the best family game each year. I think there was a year where one of Joseph Forrest's games won best family game. It might have been It Takes Two, but pretty much that's a de facto Nintendo game. Innovation and accessibility, Doom: The Dark Ages. I recently actually I like Doom: The Dark Ages. I beat it, live streamed it. I recently reinstalled it because I actually do want to there's a few levels where I want to get the 100% where I missed a few items and I need to record footage for a video I'm working on. And I did notice like some of the accessibility settings while I was like tuning some options in there. So I guess that makes sense. The esports categories, in the mobile, I don't really care. I'm gonna skip over those. Best indie game, Expedition 33. I think that's deserved. I think that's deserving. And I think I saw different reports. I'm not sure if E33 won 9 awards or I think they were nominated 11 times and won 9 awards. I think because I saw some people saying that they won 11 awards. Because they didn't necessarily have a complete sweep. I think there were like one or two categories that they were nominated that they didn't win, but it was pretty much a sweep because they won almost anything. Um, Gentleman's sweep, I think they call it. Best adaptation, Last of Us Season 2. As a Last of Us fan, Last of Us Season 2 did not deserve this. Um, and I've seen what the other nominees were, and people were like, "Oh, it won because the others weren't very strong," and I disagree. Hold on, let me. Why is Control Find not coming up? Jesus Christ! Like, take your time. Okay, and I'm on a new keyboard. I used to have a TKL keyboard. Now I'm on a 65% keyboard, so my fingers be hitting the wrong button sometimes now. Still getting used to the muscle memory. Um, yeah, so Devil May Cry or Splinter Cell Death Watch should have won that. Everybody else says, everybody, I didn't watch Until Dawn, but everybody says Until Dawn was trash. I never watched a Minecraft movie. I did watch season 2 of Last of Us, Devil May Cry, and Splinter Cell Death Watch. Splinter Cell Death Watch and Devil May Cry were great. I would have probably given that to Devil May Cry. The Last of Us season 2, and I know everybody picks on Bella Ramsey. That's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to be fair here and objective. It season 2 was, to me, was mainly bad because of her. You might have an argument that season 1, she was a decent and serviceable season 1 Ellie. She does not work for not adult Ellie, because how old is Ellie in part 2? 19? I think it's 19. She does not work as older Ellie. Bella Ramsey cannot carry a scene. She does not command that type of presence. She doesn't have that type of aura, whatever you want to call it, that charisma, whatever the word is, that that im- that imposing being that Ellie is when we play her in Last of Us Part 2. She is not she's just not that. Funny enough, her counterpart who plays Abby in season 2, I forgot her name, she can carry a scene by herself. Bella Ramsey as Ellie cannot carry a scene by herself, and I think that's why season 2 suffered. It just wasn't convincing. It felt like a kid show, and that's not what it should be. Like Bella Ramsey feels like a kid, a child, and the girl playing Dana also feels like kind of childish. But they feel like children among adults. So that's part of why it just doesn't work for me. The writing is part of it, but I don't think the writing was like the main culprit. I really think it's just Bella Ramsey is not a good season to Ellie. So yeah, I think that's why it suffered. Best action game, Hades 2. What was the other? I'm completely fine with that. I'm completely fine with whatever wins any award. To be honest with you, I'm not one of these people who listen. Will I have an opinion on? Hey, I think this game should have won, or I think this should have won. Sure, but I'm not one of these people who's gonna have like a mental breakdown if the game that I think should have won doesn't win. Something is seriously wrong with you if you like are really really upset about it and crying about it like many years later, or you're upset like the game didn't win. Like, bro, it's not that serious. It's not. Like, I it's fine to have an opinion on what you think should have won, but when it gets past that where you're like losing your mind about it, I think you have an issue that you need to seek therapy. You need to talk about it with your therapist. Uh, Doom the Dark Ages, Ninja Gaiden 4, Shinobi Art of Vengeance, Battlefield 6. Hades 2 winning that is fine. Best performance, Jennifer English, Expedition 33. I think that's Mael. I think she plays Mael. That's fine for me. Games for Impact, South of Midnight. That's also, I think I'm going to talk about that, but that's also going to Switch and PlayStation. Best ongoing game, No Man's Sky. Best audio, Battlefield 6. Yep. I'm gonna skip content creator of the year, best fighting game. Uh, I guess this didn't have a lot of competition. I think I heard a lot of people saying 2XKO, Capcom Fighting Collect. Yeah, this isn't the best. This isn't the best list of nominees. Not necessarily the strongest year for for fighting games that are actually out right now. Not the best. Okay, let's see. Most anticipated game, of course, GTA 6 was gonna win that. Game changer, Girls Make Games. Don't know what that is. Best action adventure game, Hollow Knight Silk Song. Okay, best art direction, Claire Obscure, Expedition 30. Some people were really upset about this. And some people still don't understand what art direction means. It's not just visual fidelity, it's not just graphics. It's literally about art style and the direction and the nuance of the art. People really think it's like, oh, it's the best looking game. Best art direction, best looking game, not the same thing. It's not. And I don't know why some people were so shocked about it. E33 is literally built on a painting, a canvas. It is literally art. And let me make one thing clear, and I'll probably have to reiterate this later. I'm not like the biggest E33 fan. I think the game is really good. Do I think it's like world breaking, god tier RPG of all time? No, I'm a fan of it, but I'm not like one of these people who think like, oh man, it's one of the it's top 10 RPGs ever. I don't feel that way. But I can objectively say it's a really good RPG, and anybody who denies that, I don't think you're within the realm of reality. I don't. I think you're more just speaking from a place of butthurt about this game than fact. Listen, and all this stuff is subjective, right? But you don't got to think E33 is his best thing ever, but you can't be completely dismissive of it. Is my thing. I don't think you can to say people are acting like it's just bizarre and absurd for it to win all these categories. It's not absurd. If something else won it, like I said, I wouldn't have these categories. I wouldn't have an issue. But it's not absurd that E33 won these. Um, Best sim strategy game, Final Fantasy Tactics. Best debut in indie game, Claire Obscure, Expedition 33. Best score in music, Claire Obscure, Expedition 33. Best sports racing game, Mario Kart World. Best community support, Baldur's Gate 3. Best VR AR game, Midnight Walk. Best RPG, Expedition 33. See, this one, the best RPG because Kingdom Come Deliverance was also in there. That really got people riled up. Here's the thing. Now look, I played Avowed, didn't like it. Um, I'm currently working on Outer Worlds 2. I love Outer Worlds 1. Didn't play Monster Hunter. I'm not a fan of Monster Hunter. I have no interest in playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. So people, one of the big conversation online right now is that Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is a better RPG than Expedition 33. I absolutely believe you when you say that, right? Like it's meaning that like it's a more in-depth RPG mechanically and at its core than E33. I absolutely believe that, right? So I'm not even debating what the best RPG is. My issue is now just to dismiss E33, people are literally saying you can go on the internet, and this is where the internet has reached, like, has returned to the domain of stupidity. People are literally saying that E33 is not even an RPG. I need you. We have fallen from God's grace when we are in denial just because we don't like something. We are denying what it is. We have fallen from God's grace. E33, by every definition of what defines an RPG, is literally an RPG. If you go back to the original JRPG and how JRPGs, because that's really what it is. It's a JRPG that's just made from a French studio. So when you go back and look at the pioneering JRPG games, how they played, the storytelling, the mechanics, they literally Expedition 33 literally play like those games. So, in order for you to say Expedition 33 is not an RPG, there are a lot of RPGs throughout gaming history that you are now erasing. You are now erasing, like Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, Legend of Dragoon. That's just to name a few that nobody in their right mind would question if those games are RPGs. Just you cannot say, oh, just because this game doesn't have isn't there are levels to RPGs. Be very, very clear. There are levels to RPGs. I think everybody understands that. But just because one game doesn't have all of the mechanics and all of the features as another RPG doesn't make that game no longer a RPG. That's not how this works. That's not how it works. Because once again, if you say that this game is not an RPG because it doesn't have as many features as this other RPG, then you're erasing 90% of RPGs that are out there. 90% of RPGs that have existed throughout throughout the history of gaming, because all those games have less features because they were based on the time of they were products of the time of when they were released. Something doesn't get erased from a genre just because it does not have all the most in-depth features. That's not how this works. You can say it's lesser than, it's not as good, it is inferior. I'm not going to argue with you. You cannot say that it is not. That's not how this works, bro. What are we talking about? If you want to say Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is the better RPG, bro, I wouldn't argue with you. Never would. I haven't played the game, but from what I see, that's probably true. But you can't say Expedition. You just look stupid and butthurt that you can't accept that this game is beloved. So now you got to try to like just erase it or minimize it. E33 went through this. This was the cycle of E33, and this doesn't just only happen with E33. This happens with a lot of like underdog games that become popular, right? So E33 came out and it was praised, and then people started to hate the game because it was praised. So E33 came out and people loved it, and people started to hate it because people loved it. And that's really where most of the criticism of E33 is coming from. It's this weird cycle of the internet starting to hate on something just because people love it. So the more praise it gets, the more people hate it for getting that praise. And there's a lot of, listen, be very clear, there's a lot of jealousy involved here with RPG fans. There's a lot of jealousy because the RPG, a lot of these RPG fans can't come to grip with that their niche RPG series that they feel is better and is really the should really be the poster child for an RPG is not getting the shine, is not getting the attention, is not getting the accolades that this new RPG on the block is getting. It's like it's like mainstream, it's like a mainstream rapper, right? There are like people, they're like rap fans who are fans of like the underground rapper, and they feel like their underground rapper is better than the mainstream rapper. So now they try to hate on the mainstream rapper simply because the mainstream rapper is mainstream. And they've been praising this little underground rapper that they think is better than that. And they think that rapper should get all the praise and all the accolades. It's the same thing. It's the same concept. But it's a weird thing to hate on a game just because of its success. Like your niche RPG that has been going for 10, 20 years, bro, there's a reason why that game didn't reach hasn't doesn't have the same trajectory like E33. Whatever RPG you want to name. There's a bunch of them that have been long, like that have a very long series. E33 simply accommodated and appeased to fans, a wide array of fans that typically are not fans of RPGs. It appealed to traditional RPG fans, non-traditional RPG fans, the whole, I guess, for lack of a better word, diaspora of RPG fans. And your traditional RPG, your traditional turn-based RPG, a lot of people don't like it because they feel like it's boring. And then there are your action RPGs. A lot of people don't like those because they think it's too action oriented. But this game is kind of in the middle. So it's kind of meeting in the middle and appealing to a lot of people that your little niche RPG that you think is better than everything else doesn't. It doesn't. E33 appeals to those people. I'm somebody, I could play the action RPG, I could play the turn based, I can play all of them. But if you can't see why E33 is getting this attention and has the success and is on the trajectory that it is, then you're just not paying attention. You're just like, there's a reason for it. It's appealing to people in a way that those other games that y'all think are the best thing ever did not. Like, bro, it's, and I don't want to spend this whole video talking about E33. Like I said, I don't think E33 is this S tier god level, RPG. I don't. But if you can't, once again, if you just can't see why it's having this success, then you're just blinded by hate. That's really what it is. You're just blinded by hate and jealousy. You got to get over it, bro. There are like Red Dead Redemption 2 fans still upset that it lost 7 years ago. There are Uncharted fans mad that it lost 9, 10 years ago to Overwatch. And Red Dead Redemption 2 lost to God of War. Bro, y'all swear y'all don't care about this award show and y'all don't take it serious, but y'all are still crying over something that happened a decade ago. A decade? What's ironic about like Red Dead Redemption, this Red Dead Redemption fan base who are like extremely obnoxious, is what's funny about a lot of them hating on like or criticizing E33 is like they are E33. They're like very similar to the E33 fan base that they hate so much, that they claim they hate so much that, oh, y'all think that this game is so amazing, right? And it's overrated. Bro, y'all are the same person. You Red Dead Redemption 2 fans think that that game is the best thing since Pants with Pockets. Y'all are the same fan base. Now, it's different because like this is an underdog indie studio and this game comes from, a behemoth which is Take-Two and Rockstar. It's different in that way, but it's the same in the fan base that thinks that like that they hate the fan base because it's so obnoxious. Bro, y'all are literally Red Dead Redemption 2 fans have become the most obnoxious people on the internet. All it is all you see on the internet is like, oh my God, listen, I've talked about it ad nauseum. Oh my gosh, Red Dead Redemption, oh the horses, oh the horse sweat, oh the detail, oh the animals, oh people eat when you're not watching. And y'all think that it is the best game ever because of those things. Bro, y'all got to understand like that doesn't objectively make a game better because of the level of detail. Like, because people actually eat their food when you're not watching, you can zoom in on their food and they actually eat their food. Okay, some people don't care about that. What does that do for their gaming experience? Some that doesn't do anything for a lot of people. It does nothing. It does nothing for me. Oh my God, they actually eat their food. So what? How does that improve my gaming experience? So y'all are just obnoxious as the super obnoxious E33 fans. Y'all are no different. Y'all the same person. I'm gonna move on. E33 is completely just enveloping this video, but I had to talk about it. Like some of the things I've been seeing people say about E33, bro. Like it's not about E33 to me. I don't care about defending this game. It's about it's just about logic and like intelligence to me. That's what it's about to me. It's just and they're saying that the game awards, this is the new thing. Like this E33 winning all these awards is spawning so many bad takes, bro. Now people are saying that there should be a policy at the game awards that there should be a limit on how many awards a game could win. What are y'all talking about? Do y'all believe in a meritocracy or not? Do y'all believe that the best game should win regardless of how many it's won before or not? And they're like, oh, well, this wouldn't happen at the Grammys. What are you talking about, bro? There's been sweeps at the Grammys, the Oscars, depending on it's not super common, but it's happened where, bro, there are literal images of artists at the Grammys holding like 5 Grammys. Like, what are we talking about? This happens. This happens in other mediums. It's rare, but every once in a while there comes a piece of art that does that. So now y'all want a participation trophy. Y'all want to like, oh, y'all just want to give out awards based on the optics. Listen, there's a diverse panel who makes these decisions. I'm not saying that the panel is correct because this is their opinion. But do you want them to make the decision based on their opinion? Or do you want them to make the decision based on optics and to appease to people and pander to people and so the internet will be happy? What are y'all talking about, bro? Y'all sound nuts out there. Y'all sound absolutely nuts. Moving on. Best fighting game. Oh, I did that. Let me scroll back up. Let's see. Best art, yeah. Player's voice, Wuthering Waves. So it's my understanding, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, Wuthering Waves is just a gotcha game, right? One of those Chinese gotcha games. Now, there are some individuals on the internet that think a true game award show, the best game award show would be an award show that's majority or 100% based on player vote. That would be the worst award show ever. I don't think y'all, I think because the people think that because they think that everybody else would think like them. And these people think that I would choose the most logical, I would choose the best choice, the best game for these categories. Hence, my gaming peers would. And to that, I would say you have a disturbing level of faith in gamers and your peers, a disturbing level of faith. There's a huge portion of gamers that are idiots. And yes, this is, once again, this stuff is subjective. But what I'll say is if you think you'll be happy with 100% gaming voters game award show, I don't think it would look how you expect. It would be very strange and very disturbing, and you would not be happy with the product. You would learn that your gaming peers, you don't side with them and you don't like their opinions on things. And Player's Choice being Wuthering Waves is a very clear indication of that. And we've seen it in different in a bunch of different ways because what is it? The Golden Joystick Awards? Like they have a few awards, and one main award that I think is like it's similar as Player's Choice, and it always ends up some weird game because when it is Player's Choice, then it's likely in that situation it is going to be based on popularity. So the most popular game isn't necessarily always the best. So think about what you're really asking for if you think that's the best way. Because I think this panel of industry people is way better than letting the gamers vote. I'm sorry. I do not have that level of faith and trust in my gaming peers at all. Because these were the other nominees: Dispatch, Expedition 33, Silk Song, Death Stranding, Two on the Beach, Ghost of Yotei, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Silent Hill F, Genshin Impact, and Wuthering Waves 1. Think about that. Look at all of this. And Wuthering Waves 1. That should tell you something about the player's voice. It should tell you the player's voice does not need to be heard. We don't need the player's voice needs to be silenced. That's what this tells you. We don't want to hear from the players again. Cause what? Yeah. Pack that up and send the players down the street, bro. Best narrative, Expedition 33. I want to take a look at that one. The Expedition 33 had a very what I consider to be a really unique story. I can't like I couldn't really think of anything else like it. With the whole concept of like you reach a certain age and you're just wiped out, and that was just an interesting premise. Ghost of Yotei, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Silent Hill F, Death Stranding 2. Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't have an issue. I don't have an issue, but like I said, I don't have an issue with anything winning. I may have an opinion, but I don't have an issue. Best multiplayer, Arc Raiders. I know Battlefield 6 was in there also. Cool. Best game direction, Clear Obscure Expedition 33. And then there are some instances where a game wins best game direction and doesn't win game of the year. But this wasn't one of those cases because Expedition 33 won both. And here's the thing, right? If a lot of people are, and I'm getting back into the E33 conversation again, are calling like E33 a light RPG because it doesn't have the depth and the mechanics that some other RPGs have. And I think it has good depth and a good level of mechanics for an RPG. But I also don't think people are considering, bro, this is the first outing from a new studio, and this is what they made. From the story, the visuals, and the gameplay for an RPG, this is their first time. So so I think that should be taken into consideration because this being their first game, and I can only imagine. I'm sure there's going to be I mean, it's possible that they go in a different direction and don't make a direct sequel or like a new RPG. They could go in a completely different direction. But if they do make another RPG in the Clear Obscure series, and I think that's what they're going to do, just imagine what they improve. Just imagine what they add. Because that's probably the first game. The first game is really like a test bed, right? You put the product, you do your best, you put the product out there, you hope it does well. The second one, you go back and look at the first product and see all the ways you can improve. So if you don't think E33 is this god tier RPG, which I don't either, listen, I think the second game that they make will be, because they're going to capitalize off everything they've learned, player feedback, how to improve in each area. So that is what it is. Yeah. And it won Game of the Year as well. Listen, I'm happy. I'm happy for the team. I'm happy to see, and they, they released some content after this. I'm happy to see which direction they go in after this. Okay. Those are all the winners. Let me see. Let me see if he's still awake, I guess. I was checking on my son. All right, let's get to the trailers. I really don't want to get a copyright match. So I might mute a lot of these games.
Got a house.
Actually, screw it. YOLO. I'll just keep the volume low. I really like the way Pragmata looks. This looks fire.
Hello, unregistered guests. Your presence here is a violation of Cradle Security Protocol.
This looks good. This reminds me of god damn. This kind of reminds me of, it's funny, even though I hate Death Stranding, it reminds me somewhat of Death Stranding if Death Stranding was actually good. Comes out April 24th and it's going to Switch 2 also. It kind of reminds me of Death Stranding 2, but also Vanquish a little bit. It reminds me a little bit of Vanquish and what's this other game? There was this game by Sega. It was like Bionic something that came out like during the 7th gen 360 PS3 something. I can't remember what it is, but kind of reminded me of that too. Either way, it looks great. Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic. I feel like this is just announced too soon. My issue with this announcement is I read that this is still in the early stages of development, and with how the fate, no pun intended, of Star Wars games have been, like there's been a few canceled ones, a few that have had really trouble development. Why would you announce this so soon? I just don't understand. Like I feel like you should have kept this one, just kept this one in the pocket. Like feels like too of an early, or way too early of an announcement.
Hello?
It hasn't been easy. But after much effort, here we finally are.
Who are you?
Why does he sound like the Joker?
The one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Talk to me. Is this one like the others? And it's not post-mortem lividity. Hey, I just got a report of a missing police officer. It might be unrelated, but he disappeared near where the fifth body was found.
Through you, Elpis can finally be set free.
The team has settled on a person of interest. Someone with ties to Umbrella. Victor Gideon.
Grace! Grace!
Victor purchased a building after Umbrella went under. I'll send you the address.
Is that the original mansion?
Welcome. Dr. Gideon has been expecting you.
You there, Leon?
Leon. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hey, over here. FBI. What are you doing here?
Would you like to see what's hidden under the hood?
Don't do anything stupid.
Me? Never. Think I want a second opinion.
Ooh. Oh, they. Oh, yeah. He's using the chainsaw? Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. We back. The roundhouse kick, the chainsaw. Yeah, that's the day one, y'all. I'm live streaming that February 27th. Put it on my calendar. Put it on my calendar. All right.
Do you feel it? Something is coming. An intrusive pattern. Of staggering power. Reshaping reality as we know it. Everything we try to keep inside eventually worms its way out.
Oh, that's the building. That's the building from the first game. Looks like it, I think.
You must have had good reasons.
It's her brother.
But we were not prepared. For what would follow.
Wait, what? Why'd he do that for? I'm glad we going outside. Oh, it can morph. Oh, he's morphing it. Just like her gun morphed in the first game. Nah, this looks great.
Pace yourself. It's gonna get weirder.
2026 looking good, man. It's looking good. Listen, this looks great. The only thing I will say about the first Control is like in Remedy just be going a little bit overboard with the, you know, with the sci-fi stuff and the storytelling to the point where I can't keep up. I'm gonna tell you straight up. As far as the end of I did not understand Control's ending at all. I don't remember exactly what happened. I just remember it after I beat the game. Like, I don't understand that ending whatsoever. But looking forward to the sequel. This joint looks great. I'm glad we're getting outside of that building. All right. I saw the cast of Street Fighter. The cast is a bunch of hit and misses. Let me look at this trailer now. Oh, whoa. There's a lot of characters. Okay, that's Ryu. Well, who's that? Can't tell who that is. Is that Akuma? Chun-Li, Zangief, 50 Cent as Balrog, Dhalsim, E Honda, Cammy. Ryu looks very generic. I hate this. This looks like if Bison was on Ozempic. That's what this looks like. He's not even filling out the outfit properly. Look, this outfit looks like it's way too big for him. This looks like Ozempic Bison, bro. I just needed a more intimidating person to play Bison than this guy. Oh, that's Andrew Schultz. He's playing that's Dan. Is that Dan? Yeah. Vega, okay. That's Cody Rhodes as Guile. This looks all. I mean, it's the Street Fighter characters have such like distinctive and unique looks. Maybe there's no way to like translate them to live action and all of the characters look great. But I think it could look better than this. I don't know. That was Akuma. Wait, that's is that no. That's god damn it. I'm forgetting her name. I'm forgetting her name. God damn it. But I know who that is. Oh, destroying the car part. Listen, this is either going to be the worst, cheesiest movie ever, or I don't know. I don't know if it could be Mortal Kombat Annihilation bad. There might be some redeeming factors. Maybe listen, maybe it works. I don't know. There's a possibility it works.
Make sure he stays secured at all times.
You want to see a magic trick?
The city has become a breeding ground for for suffering and injustice. It must be destroyed.
Ra's al Ghul.
Let's get to work.
Who are you?
I think we can help each other.
This town deserves a better class of criminal.
Good evening, Gotham. Join us in a celebration of absolute chaos.
Firefly. Batgirl.
Let's get to the root of the problem.
We don't do that.
Sorry.
Tonight's forecast, a freeze is coming.
This is my favorite part.
Bane, Nightwing. Ooh, we got a release date 5/20. Nah, next year? Stop playing with next year. I don't know what, like, I'm not a huge fan of the Lego games. I don't think I've actually beaten any of the Lego games. But for some reason, this one in particular, just like, this one just looked heat more than the other ones. This is a lot. This is a day one. So we have 2 Tomb Raider games. One is a remake and one is like the actual next Tomb Raider game. So Catalyst, from my understanding, is the actual next Tomb Raider game.
The entire world knows your legend. You survived the Dragon's Triangle. Crossed the threshold to Atlantis. I've heard a dozen told tales that say you're unstoppable. But I say, all legends must come to an end.
That's where you're wrong. I'm just getting started.
$2027. This looks great though. I'm glad dual pistols are back. I'm a little bit unsure about the timeline of this. Is this even connected to the previous Tomb Raider trilogy that they released, or is this like just a new? Is this starting a new trilogy and that one didn't even really happen? That's what I'm trying to, because this seems like a completely different, like Lara Croft. This doesn't seem like a continuation of the trilogy we just had with the Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and all that. And I'm okay with if that's the case, because I feel like they didn't even know what direction they were really going in with that. So I'm interested to know, like, what exactly is the timeline, and does this connect to the previous trilogy? Okay, so Legacy of Atlantis is a remake, according to my understanding.
Wings, he needed the perfect pairing.
Is a remake of the first game.
It's been years.
1 second. Okay.
Been years.
This looks. Wait, is this?
But
Yeah, it's
the
a mix
events
of
are still
gameplay and
etched
cinematics.
in my memory. Lost worlds. Frozen in time. New discoveries, waiting behind every door. Across every chasm.
That, I literally remember that animation. That animation wasn't in the first Tomb Raider though, where you could like climb climb up a ledge and like do the handstand. I think they introduced that in Tomb Raider 3.
I didn't know then the path this adventure would send me on.
Ah, yes.
But it lit a fire.
Killing innocent animals in their natural habitat.
I need to see more. I need to go further. To uncover the secrets of Atlantis. Some legends are destined to be retold.
I'm with it. I'm with it. And this one is coming next year. Okay. Exciting. This is this the Invincible versus game. Take a look at this trailer.
You don't know my name now, but you will once this is over. I never been to jail. Tell niggas that I'm in here with jail.
Who is she? She may be some minor Earth hero.
My name is Elemental. You seem pretty cool. But that won't stop me from kicking your ass.
You call this minor?
Yeah. Let me show you what the elements can do. You want to skate?
A lot of games seems to be coming out in spring, probably to avoid you know, GTA in the fall. Seems like we got a lot of like April games around the April time frame. I may give this game a chance if I have time. I might. Don't care about Diablo.
What's up, gamers? It's about time I make Marvel Rivals the most hero-packed shooter ever, but first some hot redhead is trying to blast my ass a few new holes. Have I got a surprise for her? Hit it! Boy, this is gonna be fun. Whoa, easy now, fellas. I'm the one who set you free. Oh, hey, this was not the plan. All right, you rejects. Get Tyrannosaurus Rex! Come on! I'm not even a... What's this game's tagline? Ignite the battle! And that's why I have 3 movies, baby! Yeah!
Now, why'd I do this again?
Uh-oh. Oh, right. She's my rival.
Oh, that's what's her goddamn, what's her name? I know that character. It's her last name is like she's like a hunter. Her family is like a bunch of hunters. But bro, I miss Marvel Rivals so bad. I haven't played Marvel Rivals in I want to say 3 months because it's just not a game I could play, you know, with having a kid, you know, because I play competitive and you know, having a infant, you might have to leave the game at any moment, and I would be sabotaging myself and my teammates. I miss this game, honestly. So I don't know. Hopefully, I can eventually return. And like they've released a bunch of characters, and there's been a bunch of patches since. I don't even really know like the stat. It'll be almost like kind of relearning the game since I stopped playing for a few months. Because you don't know, they make changes every half season, so it would be a pretty different game by the time I get back to it. I don't want to just see Lenny Kravitz. That's not real gameplay for 007. It's just Lenny Kravitz. Okay, Saros. Let's take a look at this new gameplay trailer.
Product not yet rated.
The sun is forever.
We promised we'd never be apart.
It blazes. It was promised!
I need to know that I just made the right decision.
It's me, boss. Wait, how long?
Since the last time the sun died, mate.
You left us here. We've lost people. There's no way to get home, and you...
Lies! This is what it does. It gets in our heads, and it twists, and it turns.
I won't break our promise. I will make everything perfect again. I know you're here, and I will find you.
This looks another game in April. I like that this game has more of a cast versus Returnal, which was pretty much only Celine talking to herself. I like that there's a cast of characters, and it seems to be more of a straightforward linear storytelling. So excited for this. Not going to look at Warframe. Total War Warhammer. I wonder if that's a game I like, because I do like strategy games, and I wonder if like I could get into Warhammer. Total War. I wonder. Is this something I could get into? It takes a lot of time, these games. These are like
of the far future.
Time absorbers.
Every soul's survival hangs by a thread.
I think there's gameplay in here somewhere. I don't think it's only cinematics.
By endless tides of aliens, traitors, and demons. Across countless worlds, battles rage. Lead your armies. Conquer worlds. Fight on as the galaxy burns. For there is no peace amongst the stars. There is only war.
Okay, there's some gameplay. Pre-alpha, I think they said. Man, the only thing keeping me from probably playing a game like this is time, bro. It's time. That'd be the most challenging thing nowadays. It's not the desire to play, it's the time.
I want it back.
Wasn't there a, what was it? Star Wars? Wasn't there like a Star Wars uh like racer back in the day, like like based on the Phantom Menace? There was a racer for that, right?
It was before the Empire shut it down. Massive engines. Lightning fast. Lives on the line. The pilots were incredible. Best of the best. United by one beautiful dream. The galaxy needs racing.
Yeah, it was Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. That's what it was called. If this is a combat racer, I would give it a shot. If it's a combat racer. Get out.
No one goes near that place, at least not anymore. But you, in my darkness.
I knew it. You'd never break so easily. But why did you come back?
The Order's blades are coming. They failed once, but they won't fail again.
I'm just gonna say an early hot take that this is just based on nothing but eye test. I feel like this could be my game of the year for 2026, assuming this is coming out 2026. It's my front runner.
Please, take it. Save our people. The girl's nothing but a shell now. She'll never be the same.
You broke my blade.
But we broke your spirit!
Phantom is movement, striking from where none expect. Blade is breath. We channel it into steel, turning any blade into a divine weapon. When Phantom and Blade unite, no enemy stands.
I think this is the best thing I've seen so far.
Who are you?
Yeah, that's my early game of the year prediction. Oh, Capcom finally realized that they own the Mega Man IP. Let's see what they do with it. Looks good. Games are still coming out on PS4, bro.
Into lands uncharted and dangers untold. I venture without fear and ride without rest. For coin or for cause, I fight to the end.
It just makes me want actual Titanfall 3, though. This definitely looks like an unconventional shooter because it's like magic, melee, magical abilities and melee and shooting. And it's like, obviously, you're like riding horses and it's, yeah.
Moving in for the attack.
But you've also got guns. Yeah, it's an interesting mix-up of like fantasy it's an interesting mix-up of like fantasy and like your military shooters almost. It's different. That's I can say that it is different.
storm.
I am a warden, and this is my oath.
That's pretty soon. It's around the corner. That it kind of reminds me of like Immortals of Avium a little bit. It's different. I could say it's that. It's them thinking outside of the box of the conventional type of shooter. Hey, it's free to play. I'll try it out.
I love the new game.
Okay, sunshine, check. Back, check. Time for a new platforming adventure. What?
My village was poof, gone. All I wanted was to go back home.
Badgerborn.
Tried exploring.
Is it actually called
Did
that?
some jumping around. You know, the classics.
Oh no, it's called Bradley the Badger. Oh, it's doing a whole bunch of references to a bunch of games.
Strange and weirdly unfinished. And that's when I found it. And everything changed. Literally.
Oh yeah! Make your own platform game, baby! Now we're talking!
I had a new grasp on things. I learned tricks. It blew my mind.
Badger Punk.
I really transformed myself.
I like this. This is kind of clever.
It's amazing!
Made a bunch of new friends.
The Last Badger.
Picked up new wheels. Figured out how to think big and small. I had it all. And then the code broke down. Really? And that's when I found you.
Okay, so I think that's all the trailers that I'm interested in looking at and all the games that I wanted to see. So gonna end it there. Don't think I missed anything that I wanted to go over or cover. So yeah, let me know what y'all thought about the show. Let me know what game you're excited for the most. Let me know what you think about the winners and all the trailers and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's it. I'll catch y'all on the next video. Make sure you check out Weapon Wheel Podcast because obviously we'll be talking about all this stuff on Sunday. All right. I'm out of here. Peace.